day before, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war.
45. 45.
6, 7.
Scheiße! I cannot take this anymore! Finally, a good song.
Oh, thank goodness.
Who the hell are you? This is Maya. She's with me. Breaking you out was my plan, so you're welcome.
Heck, you sick son of a bitch! You're supposed to be dead.
Relax, Major Carver. All of us here have a common enemy. The guy who locked you up. The guy who stole my life's work. Edward Richtofen. What do you say we find him and kill him? Huh?
Let's get out of here.
That wasn't a fucking deal. We're not going anywhere till we find my brother.
Look, it'll take me some time to get their helo spun up, and we do kind of owe it.
Okay, Raptor One. Go locate the landing pad. Peck, Strauss, hold up in the guard station. I want Richtofen's coordinates. Go to the store power, and then locate this woman's brother.
So there is our first official Black Ops 6 Zombies trailer cutscene specifically for the Terminus map. There's so much to break down here. Very exciting stuff, having Richtofen's name dropped multiple times throughout that. You could cut the tension between Requiem and Peck with a knife. But I think this perfectly sets up everything we know for zombies so far with the playable characters, how we end up playing as them, how the Zombies map actually begins. Starting off with this gorgeous out-of-the-map shot of the Terminus prison, where we can hear that the Requiem members are doing push-ups to the sound of a very famous poem being read out called Boots, written in 1903 by Rudyard Kipling. And this poem imagines the repetitive thoughts of a British Army infantryman, but this poem's also been used for its psychological effects in US military schools. A really cool detail that you just wouldn't have known. And we get to see the mental state of each of the Requiem members, where some keeping active, some losing their minds. And clearly this poem has been used to try and make the Requiem members go slightly insane. And we get this incredible shot of Weaver's cell where he is just staring at the walls, where we see Richtofen's name inscribed. It is so awesome to see that. And it's not the first time Richtofen is mentioned, so we'll dive into that shortly. We get a look at the security guard watching the Requiem members on the CCTV cameras, and he's listening to the Shangri-La music Easter egg song. I don't know how that's relevant, why we have that, but that is so cool. Most of the Requiem members are still ready for the day that they escape, but Oskar Strauss is clearly going insane. And out of nowhere, the jail cells are suddenly opened, and upon the characters escaping their cells to investigate what is going on, we see this shadowy hooded figure arrive, who is none other than Dr. William Peck, who we last saw at the very end of Cold War, moments before this map's cutscene, where he points to a certain area on a map where he wants to be taken to see some old friends. And that is exactly where we are. Dr. Peck, however, is not alone, as he's also joined by a brand new character called Maya Aguinaldo, who we're introduced for the first time here in this cutscene, who's tagged along with Peck, but breaking the characters out was specifically his idea. Clearly, tensions are extremely high as Major Carver tries to go in and actually kill Dr. Peck, but he calms him and the rest of the crew down by mentioning that they all have a common enemy, the one that locked the Requiem members up, as well as the one that stole all of Dr. Peck's life research, which is Edward Richtofen. The big name drop, the big reveal, it is mentioned, and what's incredibly exciting is that for the first time, he's actually named Richtofen here in the Dark Aether storyline. Up to now, he's only been known as the director or known as Eddie, but this time he's fully name dropped, and it seems a lot of the other Requiem members also know his true real identity, as we can see the name Richtofen scratched all over in one of the prison cells. All that Dr. Peck wants to do is to find Richtofen and kill him, and that's what all the other Requiem members want to happen as well. They may not see eye to eye with each other, but they have one common goal against one common enemy, and together these characters are going to go and find Richtofen. Now, at this very moment, an interdimensional breach occurs, bringing zombies onto the island. This is where our crew are forced to work together, but we get a brand new bit of storyline about this new Maya character who is now frustrated with Peck because this wasn't part of the deal dealing with a zombies outbreak. They were simply just going there, breaking them out, and then leaving because Peck has actually promised her to try and find her brother, which is the first bit of storyline we have into learning more about this character, her background, why exactly is her brother important, who is her brother. These are questions that we now have that we didn't have before. And whilst Requiem do not have any loyalties to this character, she technically is responsible for saving them and getting them out of the prison, so at this point they now owe her a favor. But another question we have answered is that Raptor One is well and truly alive along with all the other Requiem cast members. Judging from the cutscene, it seems Oskar Strauss is not fit to be part of the group, as he seems to have gone kind of mentally insane, so he's not playable, but he's at least alive, confirmed, and Raptor One straight back like he never left, trying to find the helipad to try and call in a rescue. At the very end of the trailer, we also learn that thematically we're not playing as Dr. Peck or Oskar Strauss because they are both teaming up to watch over the guard station. And it's our job as the four playable characters of Weaver, Maya, Gray, and Carver to restore power to the rest of the prison and then find Richtofen's coordinates. The whole scene of them coming out of the prison cells just felt so reminiscent of Mob of the Dead's intro cutscene, and I'm sure Treyarch were trying to go for that as a little bit of a nostalgic flavor, but it is so good to see our characters back and also to see them in such high quality CGI as well. There is an Easter egg that you easily missed when we see the Richtofen name drop, as there are some very interesting scribbles on the wall that you can see if you zoom in very closely, where on the left we have the sign of an elder sign, which is very exciting. Then just under Richtofen to the right, you have two more symbols. One that is the old Requiem logo, which shows a skull where it's split and there's a beam of blue light coming out of it. And then to the right, there is this strange shaped symbol here, which is apparently a yellow sign. Huge credit to Mystery HQ on Twitter, who noticed these details and made the assumption that these are Lovecraftian related symbols, which is something that we last saw in Shadows of Evil, potentially giving us signs that we are going to see some Lovecraft themed stuff in this zombies map like we saw in Shadows of Evil. Just weird, strange, potentially Cthulhu inspired stuff. And if we do, then I am so excited, because I think every one of us can agree that that sort of aesthetic and style on Shadows was absolutely incredible. But we do not have long to wait at all until we're going to get the full gameplay trailer reveal, because on August 8th, at the end of this trailer, we have the mentions of that gameplay reveal happening in 2 days time, where we're going to be getting an in-depth gameplay overview, information about your pre-match preparation options, full details on round-based zombies gameplay, and so much more. This is it. This is the full zombies reveal happening in 2 days time, and I'm going to have a ton of videos here on the channel detailing everything that you'll ever need to know, so be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss out on it. But let me know your thoughts on this incredible cutscene down below in the comments.